This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, we stopped by Hazleton One Community Center for National Lights On After School. Happy Friday and welcome everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm Ken Carroll. Let's get right to our information from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Yesterday marked the 17th annual Lights On After School. The event is a nationwide rally for after-school programs worldwide. Among the participating programs, the Hazleton Integration Project's after-school program at the Hazleton One Community Center. Students in the program took local officials and dignitaries on a tour to showcase their program's success.
A lot of our students come in, some of them are newcomers. For some of them, English is still a very daunting task, right, to learn the language. And so I think one of the very first things that we notice, we do have more than 50% of our staff are bilingual and trained in education and bilingual pedagogy. So one of the first things we notice is that students start to feel more comfortable and they're more excited about learning, that it's not something that's really scary for them, but it's something that they are capable of doing with the right support. So I think that's the first thing we noticed. And then as the year goes on, we actually participated in a survey last year about how students change the ways they see themselves. And by the end of last year, many of our students talked about how they are scientists and they're going to be doctors and they have colleges picked out that they want to attend. So there's sort of a drastic, at least social and I do believe academic change that happens over the course of the year.
Christopher, today you're a tour guide along with the rest of these students here today. So how did that feel to take people on a tour of your school?
It was great. It was cool. I got to meet new people. I love being here. It's fun. We learn a lot of things. And sometimes when we don't understand our homework, our teachers help us understand it well.
Hector, do you like coming here to this program?
I love it.
You love it. That's great. What do you love about it?
I love that I have the best teacher, Miss Pam, and that when they help us with their homework and that we do really creative projects. I like to do my homework here. I like to make new friends, and I like to do other stuff like projects.
Sometimes we do some fun projects, or if not, she helps us with our homework.
In Washington, they were going to cut the funding for these after-school programs across America, and I was able to fight, and I used the programs here in Hazleton as an example of why we can't do that and why it's so important that we continue. So getting to see it firsthand, again, I can't tell you how important these programs are.
What is your reaction after seeing this program today?
It has just grown and grown. Elaine was talking about how she has a waiting list, but it's such a beautiful program, and it's so good to see all of these kids. They're learning. They could be home alone, on the couch, watching TV, playing video games, and they're here interacting with all these other students. I just think it's fabulous. This program is amazing. It's so good for the Hazleton area, and we need to have more of it.
The program also partners with Penn State University, where Penn State students tutor or mentor the children via Skype. 82 students in grades K-8 are enrolled in the HIP after-school program. Two cabooses in Tamaqua are getting a much-needed facelift thanks to a concerned resident. Andrew Leibenguth is asking for volunteers to come out this Sunday to help complete the project he started about 2 months ago.
I was walking by the cabooses in Tamaqua. They've been there for years, and they're kind of an eyesore. Not supposed to be an eyesore. They're supposed to be something beautiful, especially next to the awesome-looking train station. I said, you know what? I threw some stuff online, and I saw everybody just complaining about it. I said, you know what? I'm in between jobs right now. You know what? I'm just going to go paint the darn thing. Then I realized I need a lot of volunteers. It's a lot of work, especially to do it right, to take pride, you know.
Volunteers can show up at the cabooses next to the Tamaqua train station this Sunday between noon and 6 p.m. Adults will paint and kids can help with landscaping. I never get invited to baby showers, and I'm always mad about that. This weekend, everyone is invited to a special baby shower at Catholic Social Services in Hazleton to benefit their pregnancy and maternal health program.
Is a effort between Catholic Social Services and Thrivent Financial for Lutherans to bring in supplies that are needed by mothers to be, as babies are being as their babies are being born.
Items that are donated should be new come out to Catholic Social Services in Hazleton tomorrow from 1 to 3 p.m. to support your local mothers. Hazleton will be the site of an international karate tournament this weekend. The international tournament will be held at the Hazleton YMYWCA on Sunday, and 25 talented members of the Fabergé Follies Dance and Tumble Studio from Hazleton will open the tournament. Miss Fabergé, the owner and operator of the dance studio, says her performers will be the opening act like the opening ceremonies of the Olympics, non-act. The group will perform a one-of-a-kind Asian-themed production number in honor of the Far Eastern genesis of karate. The International Karate Tournament is this Sunday at the Hazleton YMYWCA beginning at 10 a.m. It is open to the public. Admission is $5 for adults and $3 for children. Attention all trick-or-treaters. The Laurel Mall will once again host its Mall-O-Ween. FYI's Lisa Sugart talked with Rocco Aruzo, the business operations manager of the mall, for all the details.
Mall-O-Ween is a big event. Last year we had almost 700 children, so we expect more this year. It'll be on Wednesday evening, the 26th. The parade starts at 6 o'clock. It will be led by some of the characters from the Laurel Mall. I don't know what he's called, Subman, and then we have the pretzel guy and whoever they are. At least I don't know their names. But we'll lead them here. SSPTV is going to be here, I understand, passing out candy. The Laurel Mall will be. It'll start on the north wing. We'll start lining the children up right before the mall office. They're going to go around, right around to Cigar Box, right over to Lippman's, right around up to Boss Cobb's, in Center Court, to Kmart, and then the parade, of course, will end back at Dunham's. So we're excited.
Now, you changed things up a little bit this year, because last year I guess it was mainly at the anchor stores you were distributing. So you told me you're going to do it a little differently this time.
This year we're going to go back to the way it used to be, where all the stores passed out the candy. We tried something last year on the advice of the stores. They said, why don't just the anchors do it? And it really made it difficult for the children, because they had to wait from one anchor to the next to get their candy. So we decided, okay, here's what we'll do. We'll bring it back. We'll have the stores pass out the candy. The Laurel Mall will be passing out candy. We'll have a DJ here. It's going to be a fun night for everyone.
Again, Mall-O-Ween is Wednesday night at 6 p.m. at the Laurel Mall. Well, still to come on FYI, our weekly trip to the Hazleton Animal Shelter to meet some cute animals looking for homes. And in sports, we'll showcase the Hazleton area Cougars in our Football Friday feature.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Maybe we should start this segment with, and the winner is Leanne Falabelle, the Vice President of Marketing for the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, is here to tell us who the winners are. And that is the winners for their annual Business and Community Awards Luncheon, which will be taking place on October 27th. This is great. Every year, businesses are honored and recognized. They apply for these awards. They're nominated for these awards. So tell us how it worked and who the winners are.
Okay, yeah, we're very excited to announce who our winners are for this year. And we have 7 categories. And actually for October Chamber of Commerce Month, so this is why we really do this event, and to recognize our outstanding members. So we do have 7 winners. Our Small Business of the Year, we actually had a tie this year, which was the first time that we ever had a tie. And Eckley's Miners Village and Hazleton Physical Therapy and Balance Center are winners for that category. Large Business of the Year is Berger Family Dealerships. Pride of Place was Heritage Hill Senior Community. Also, we had our Rocco Colangelo Senior Volunteer of the Year. That is Joseph Clark. Our Healthy Workplace of the Year is Ganella Frozen Products. Our Green Business of the Year is American Eagle Outfitters Distribution Center right in the Humboldt Industrial Park. And then our Young Entrepreneur of the Year is Matthew Nas, and he has Nas Landscaping.
All right, well, congratulations to all the winners. Now, they will be recognized, as we said, coming up at this awards luncheon taking place Thursday, October 27th. So what do they need to do to go to that?
You can just simply go right to our website, hazletonchamber.org, and they can register right online, or you can call our chamber office at 570-455-1509, and we are happy to take your reservations. And also, if I can add on this event, we also recognize our Women's Empowerment Grant recipients. Each year, our Women's Networking Committee, through our chamber, awards grants to women in our area who are going back to school, and we're going to be recognizing those 3 individuals at this event as well.
All right. Well, it's a great event held each and every year. Again, taking place Thursday, October 27th at 11:45 a.m. at Genetti's. You can register to go and congratulate all the winners. And Leanne, come back and tell us more great happenings at the Greater Hazelton Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you. We will.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
The sun eventually came out today, and we're lucky in our area because some parts of PA got heavy rain. We may see some rain tonight and tomorrow, though. Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, rain mainly before 3 a.m. Our low will be 40 degrees, a northwest wind from 10 to 16 miles per hour. New precipitation amounts between 1/4 and 1/2 of an inch possible. Saturday, we have a 40% chance of rain mainly before 5 p.m. Our high will be 47 degrees. Breezy with wind around 21 miles per hour. Saturday night, mostly cloudy, low of 37 degrees, wind from 16 to 20 miles per hour. Wind gusts can get as high as 33 miles per hour. Sunday, things clear up, mostly sunny with a high in the mid-50s. Still windy though, with wind gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. Sunday night, we do have a 20% chance of showers, partly cloudy, low of 42 degrees. Monday, mostly sunny, high of 51. Monday night, partly cloudy, low of 35 degrees. Tuesday looks mostly sunny, high only in the mid-40s. And then Tuesday night, partly cloudy, low of 32 degrees.
The Other Side in Freeland. Specials of the week. This Friday and Saturday, 9-ounce lobster tails, $21.99. Prime rib, queen size, $22.99. King size, $27.99. Chicken and crab franchise, $22.99. Homemade crab cakes, $22.99. Saturday night, Penn State tailgate party. $2.50 Miller Lite aluminum bottles, 8 p.m. till midnight. Sunday football special, $5 build your own Bloody Mary bar. $3 Bud Light personal pitchers all day. With all these great specials, you'll want to stop at The Other Side in Freeland.
And now here's a look at your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers on FYI. Pick 2, 1, 7, pick 3, 5, 3, 3, pick 4, 6, 1, 8, 5, and pick 5, 4, 4, 4, 7, 5. When we come back, we'll get you ready for a big Football Friday as we take a look at the Hazelton area Cougars. Plus, we'll hear what Joe Madden had to say after the Cubs got a big victory in Game 5 of the NLCS.
Hello again. Here I have with me Spock. Spock is an approximately 3 to 4-year-old dachshund. As you can see, he's very affectionate and loves to be held. Spock was already neutered when he arrived at the shelter, so all we had to do was give him shots, make sure he's inoculated against rabies and parvo. We also microchipped him and tested him for heartworm and Lyme disease, and luckily the little guy showed up negative for both. We're not sure exactly what he's like with other dogs, but he seems to show interest. As always, it's best to bring your own down and make sure they get along well in a meet and greet. Spock's unique feature is a somewhat injured right eye. It's an old injury that never quite healed properly. It doesn't seem to slow him down at all because, as you can see, he loves to run around the yard and play. That's it for this week's dog. Let's have a look at the cats. And here I have with me Sophia. Sophia is an approximately 3-month-old kitten, and she's a recent addition here to our female colony. Sophia is equal parts playful and affectionate and loves to be held. She also is very engaging with other cats and seems to always want to play. Just like the rest of our cats, Sophia here has already been tested for feline leukemia and FIV and has come up negative for both. She has also been spayed and has received all of her vaccinations, including her rabies shot. That's it for this week's pets. If anybody's interested in adopting Spock, Sophia here, or any of the other animals we have up for adoption, please come on down to the Hazelton Animal Shelter here at 101 North Poplar Street.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Our Football Friday feature for Week 9 is all about the Hazelton area Cougars. Check it out. 7 weeks with no wins will gnaw at you, even if you're at a program that's still a work in progress. It was frustrating for Hazelton area, but they made it through.
It's definitely tough, and you just got to keep fighting through it. And we kept fighting, and it shows like our toughness as a team as a whole. we never gave up and we keep fighting through it.
That toughness was again tested in week number 8, and the Cougars were finally rewarded with a win over Donegal on the road in the Lancaster area.
You know, they were really excited after the game. You know, put a lot of time in the off season, a lot of time here so far this season, and without a lot of fun, with very little result, and to see us get that win down at Donegal the other night, to see them excited, it was short-lived because you know, I think they were so tired and so relieved. We all were so relieved that by the time we got to Harrisburg in 283, everyone was asleep in the bus.
After 2 seasons of progress under head coach Mike Brennan, the Cougars have been pushed to their limits in 2016.
It's been a difficult stretch. Lots of injuries, lots of inexperience, a very competitive schedule, probably the most competitive schedule in this neck of the woods. And even Friday night was a challenge. You know, a 2-hour and 15-minute bus ride it took us to get down there. They were a very well-schooled team. They were first place in their conference heading in. You know, they ran a wing tee very well and a lot of athletes defensively, and our kids fought it out.
Cougar fans can thank a number of younger players for stepping up on the field, like sophomore signal caller Sparky Wolk, and the veterans for their play and for helping keep the team together through the first 7 weeks.
Travis Koshell's been a go-to guy for us for 3 years. You know, another guy persevered, you know, battled through an injury, you know, season-ending injury last year and rehabbed in the off-season. You know, brilliant kid, great student, great kid in the weight room, great kid in the locker room, great leader in the field, a quiet leader in the field. But sure, you know, we hang our hat in him up front. He's done a great job for us, and you know, we'll certainly miss him next year.
Then there's Hazleton area's running back and linebacker Adrian Otero, who had a breakout season in 2015, and he hasn't disappointed at all this year.
We ask him to do a lot. We ask him to be the workhorse on offense. He's involved in special teams. He asked us to play some more special teams. Defensively, he's blitzing, you know, double-digit times a game and making a lot of plays for us defensively. So we ask him to do a whole lot. And you know, he's still a 16-year-old junior. You know, he's still a young kid, and he continues to do it and get better and better. And, you know, he's just scratching the surface. The sky's the limit for Adrian Otero.
Like, what's different from you this year from last year? Is it the way you move out there, how you're seeing the field?
Maybe the way I move sometimes, how the way I see it. Because I remember, like, I used to watch film last year, and I used to, like, sometimes not hit the hose, right? Like, I used to go somewhere. Like, I used to not follow my linemen sometimes. But I think now I do more.
The Cougars are improving, and they seem to believe that the darkest moments are behind them.
The motto sort of the last few weeks has been restore to faith. You know, 3 years of good work, we don't want to, it's not going to go away. You know, so we're restoring the faith. We want people to have confidence in our program, people to be excited about our program, our young kids coming up to be excited about our program, and you know, so we're not going to quit. We're going to continue to get better and continue to battle every day.
Congratulations to the Hazleton area girls tennis team, who knocked off Holy Redeemer to take the overall Wyoming Valley Conference crown. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Ron Marchetti.
Happy birthday to my 2 daughters who were born on the same day, 2 years apart, Lisa Urich and Robin Mahalik. Homecoming at Harmon Geist tonight. Hi, everybody. Game night. The Cubs are going home up 3 games to 2. The Indians are in. Ohio State is at Penn State tomorrow. Army is trying to go 5-2 for the first time in 20 years. Does it get any better? Mother of God, I don't think so. But everything could fall apart at the seams. But I don't think so. Last Friday night, Hazleton area held off Donegal, wherever the hell that is, for the first win in game of the season, 20-14. A pair of sophomores, quarterback Sparky Wolk, had his career best game, throwing for 241 yards, 139 of them to Davey Smith, which included an 80-yard pass play for the winning score late in the final stanza. Smith also recovered 2 fumbles, one of which he returned 30 yards for the tying score late in the final quarter. The Cougars are 1-7 and hope to make it 2 in a row tonight over the Mountaineers of Dallas. Marion Catholic rolled all over Shenval, 56-14. The Colts scored 26 points in a perfectly played first quarter. That game ended under the mercy rule. The Colts are 5-3. Other scores of local interest: Crestwood defeated Hanover 28-20. The Comets running back Lance Blass scored 4 touchdowns while running for 325 yards. They visit Harmon Geist next Friday for senior night. Delaware Valley squashed Scranton 43-7, and tonight's opponent lost to Wyoming area 47-10. What else? Hazleton area tennis stars Stephanie Mazurik and Lily Nowak teamed up to win the District 3A Doubles Championship at Kirby Park, the first ever Hazelton area high tennis players to capture a sub-regional title while qualifying for the PIAA Championship. The Lady Cougar sophomore and tandem are headed for Hershey. Cadeau's girls, and good luck in Chocolate Town. And speaking of first ever, the city of Cleveland is having their greatest year ever. An NBA championship and an American League pennant. Wow. The Cleveland Indians have never, ever hosted a World Series opener. They will on Tuesday night. I still think a Cubs-Indians series is looming. Penn State was off, and Notre Dame wished they were off last Saturday because they lost for the 5th time this season. The Irish must win 4 of their last 5 games to even become bowl eligible. Will they? I don't think so. The Eagles lost to the Redskins, and the Steelers lost to the Dolphins till World Series Game 1 Eve. Be a good sport and stay loose.
Celebrate your Friday at Bottlenecks with $4 shareable appetizers from 6 to 8 p.m. Plus, there's some great live music every other Friday featuring Dom and Mr. Sax.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, Valley Regional Fire and Rescue will be holding a chicken barbecue, all to benefit firefighter Melissa James. The event will be held Saturday, October 22nd from noon to 5 p.m. They'll also be having tricky trays and 50-50 raffles, free delivery to businesses within 7 miles and over 10 orders. For info, just call 570-788-1886. Our next announcement, Monday, October 24th from 2 to 6 p.m., the Health and Wellness Center at Hazelton, along with the Miller Keystone Blood Center, will be hosting a blood drive. The Miller Keystone Blood Center is the only blood supplier to 21 regional hospitals. To register or for more information, just call 570-501-6204. Next announcement, the Rotary Club of Hazelton will be holding its annual spaghetti dinner Wednesday, October 26th at Genetti's Catering. Eat-in or takeout will be available from 4:30 to 7 p.m. At cost is $8 for adults and $5 for children. They'll also be having a cash bar and chicken trays. Tickets can be purchased from any Rotary member or by calling 570-501-3700. And finally, Community Services for Sight will be holding their first annual Glow Run Saturday, October 22nd at Eagle Rock Resort. Race day registration opens at 5, 1-mile youth race at 6, and a 5K run and walk begins at 7. For info, just call Lori 570-455-0421 at tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Edward J. Bradish of Hazelton. All services will be private and at the convenience of the family. The Harmon Funeral Home is assisting with arrangements. Clara H. Pataki, formerly of Hazelton. Funeral is Monday at 10 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonham Funeral Home. Friends may call Sunday from 6 to 8 p.m. Andrew Evan Cavich Jr. of Wilkes-Barre. The McNulty Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. And Alice Joan Faber of Mountaintop. Memorial is Saturday at 10 a.m. at the St. Martin in the Fields Episcopal Church. The McCune Funeral Home is assisting with arrangements.
Well, thank you so much for watching on this Friday. Have fun this weekend. We'll be back with the high school football Kohl Scale on Monday and so much more in sports too as district playoffs begin and news, of course, as well. We'll see you then. Take it easy, everyone.